Red Tractor Beef sponsors Britain's best dish.
6 hopefuls cooking, 3 judges choosing, but ultimately only one dish will be winning. This is Britain's best dish of 2010.
Great Britain, a land rich in fine produce. And keen amateur cooks.
Roast pig's head.
Rice and peas. King prawn chili masala.
They flocked to our auditions. Each confident their dish is the nation's finest.
Completely decadent.
Zesty.
Fantastic.
So good.
How can you resist a true British classic?
Bring it on.
Now they have to convince our 3 eagle-eyed judges. The hunt for Britain's Best Dish 2010 is on. It's week 3 and we're in the east of England.
Cornbread, fish and chips,
noodles, steak and kidney pie. The east has some magnificent apple orchards, some fantastic cider.
In the east you'll find some fantastic game: partridge, quail, wild duck, pheasant and rabbit.
In the east there's some beautiful soft fruits, red currants, black currants and even lovely strawberries.
Coming up on today's show, the cooks reckon they have the recipe for success.
And my mother-in-law was brave enough to turn around and say there was too much mustard in the mash.
Well, the ideal situation would be that I win this and become a celebrity chef.
One dish proves hard to swallow.
I think it should come with a health warning on it. You know, you need a mask when you're eating this.
And the judges go to war.
I liked it very much.
I want to polish that last bit off with the ice cream and some of that sour cream.
Ed's going to eat the last piece, which is most unfortunate.
Might have to race me.
Hello everybody and welcome to the pressure cooker that is Britain's best dish. We'll be joined today by 6 more amateurs, each with just one dish and one chance to get it right. They've come from the east of England, but what delights have they brought with them?
First up, the starters. A South American-inspired creamy prawn potato cake served with hot and cold ceviche up against a spicy duck breast salad with mango chutney. All things piggy are on the main course menu as pork cheeks with red cabbage crumble and cider sauce go up against pig's trotters stuffed with rabbit mousse and mushrooms. Finally, it's a chocoholic's delight in the dessert kitchen as chocolate chestnut clafouti with cherries and kirsch ice cream takes on a chocolate chili tart.
So chocolate takes on chocolate, pork against pork and shellfish against the duck. Let's meet the creators. And before we go any further, let's meet our team of sharpshooters who decide who stays and who goes. The judges, of course. Straight down the middle is Ed Baines. Always on target is Gilly Goulden, and likely to hit the bullseye, John Burton Race. Ed, I'm going to come to you first. What do you make of today's menu?
Oh, it's a fascinating menu. The thing that's really caught my eye are the main courses. We've got pork versus pork, but no ordinary battle going on here. It's not sort of pork chops versus pork fillet. We've got pig's trotters battling it out with pork cheeks. Very traditional in their way, and then they've been forgotten about, these cuts of meat. They've become quite retro. You see them on sort of modern brasserie menus. These guys have got to know what they're doing when they're using these cuts of meat.
Do you know, Ed, I don't want to sound like a sissy, but I think that nether regions like cheeks and trotters are a little bit challenging. You know, I think one of the most interesting things, Mark, is that the kitchen today is full of men. Butch food. I don't know, I don't want to sound too namby-pamby, but I'm concerned about these bits and pieces. Might be a step too far.
All right, I don't want to forget Claire fighting for girl power in our kitchens today. John, over to you.
Well, I love the starters. They both sound delicious. The sole ceviche dish that Jamie's doing sounds particularly nice, especially on a hot summer's evening or maybe even for lunch. The duck as well. I do a marinated duck very similar to this recipe today, and I think that if he gets that right, that'll be hard to beat.
Great. All right, thank you, judges. We're going to get into today's first contest, the battle between our starter cooks.
My name is Jaime Noriega, but usually people in England call me Jamie. And today I'm cooking a crispy potato cake filled with a creamy prawn piquant served with 2 ceviches. One thing I like about this dish is a true reflection of the evolution that by trying to cook Peruvian food here in England, and you can't get all the ingredients, so you start trying to improvise. That fusion gets into something else, and this is a reflection of this dish I'm bringing today.
Hi, my name's Adam Malik, and I'm making a spicy duck breast salad with mango chutney. I'd never cooked or eaten duck that much before, apart from in pancakes or Chinese or something like that. It was just a bit of an experiment to try and put a twist on the type of food that me and my family like to eat.
So first up, vying for a place in the regional finals, are Jamie with his starter of creamy prawn potato cake, served with hot and cold ceviches, against Adam and his spicy duck breast salad with mango chutney.
There's an overriding atmosphere for passion for food, I feel, in our kitchens today, and not least here in the starter kitchen. I'll come first to Jamie, Peruvian by birth, and lots of other influences in your cooking too.
Yes.
Where do they come from?
Well, the thing about Peruvian food is Peru is a melting pot of many nationalities. So Peruvian food has been very influenced by Chinese immigrants, Japanese, obviously Spanish, Italian, French, even British.
I love the way you say even British, as if that's a surprise to the rest of the world.
Well, there's certain things that definitely have come from there.
I think you've got a very tough opponent here. You're keen, really, to get into this business, if you can.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I love cooking, so if it could be part
Where
of
did that come from?
My mum cooks a lot, and so does my grandmother, so, yeah.
And there's a Pakistan side to your family?
Yeah, my dad's from Pakistan and my mum's English, so I've always been brought up around those sort of flavours and spices and hot food generally.
OK, are we ready to go?
Yep.
This is hardcore in this kitchen. I know how desperately you both want to win, so you're looking for a place in the regional final of Britain's Best Dish. Take it away.
Architecture student Jamie is determined his starter will have a firm foundation.
I need to make sure that the potato cakes are small and compact enough, so when I fry them, they don't go all over the place. And especially when I put it on the dish and present it, that they just fall apart and look like, no.
He'll make the potato cakes last. So first he starts prepping his piquant cream by removing the prawn heads and shells before boiling and crushing them.
So what happens is you just boil up the prawn heads and you get this lovely pink colour. It's just extracting the flavour from the shells and the heads of the prawns.
After the liquid's reduced, he adds cream, onions, spices and the shelled prawns. Next, it's the ceviche, a Peruvian dish of raw fish marinated in lemon and lime juice. Jamie starts by cubing sole fillets.
It was Ernest Hemingway that let the world know about ceviche when he wrote a book called Old Man of the Sea.
Really?
And it's about the fishermen coming off Cuba and South America, and they used to eat their lunch by, obviously they catch their fish, they couldn't cook up on their little boats, and so they just have lime juice and salt, a little bit of chilli, and then they tuck in, and that's how they had their lunch.
He also prepares an unusual hot ceviche by dredging more sole in flour and frying it till crispy.
I think it's very clever because it's chaud-froid. It's hot and cold.
Yeah.
It's sweet and sour and salt. And it's all the things that our mouths love.
To ensure they stay together, he takes extra care with his potato cakes. He adds yellow chili paste to mashed potato along with lime juice to ensure they aren't too dry, then shapes them into cakes. He then dips them in egg and breadcrumbs and fries. Once they're brown, he'll be ready to plate up. Jamie's rival, underwriting assistant Adam, is hoping the competition could be a springboard to better things.
The ideal situation would be that I win this and become a celebrity chef, and I'm presenting the show next time.
Adam removes the spicy marinade which he added to his duck breast earlier.
If he's just using the breast, he should really score the breast before he attempts to cook it. Then get some of the fat out of the duck breast and then do the spices. Because if you don't cook the spice out and don't get the fat rendered in the duck, it's just really nasty.
Then it's into the frying pan for the duck. Once the skin is crisp, Adam spoons over some more of his marinade and turns over the breast.
The thing I think he's doing, well, he is doing wrong, is he's spooning this marinade back over the duck as it's in the pan onto the crispy skin side.